Hi, I'm Duncan from 65, and this video is all about setting up your consistent brand language. So whenever a user creates a new document in Google Drive, that they already have the preset styles and layout that you want to have across every document that gets created. Now, you can see our other video about doing this in Google Sheets and applying a style from another sheet. You also might want to look at how to create templates in Google Docs, and I will touch on that briefly in this video. But let's make sure that we've got a document set up. Let's start there. And then what we're going to do is show you how to set those as default styles. And then I'll wrap this up by showing you how to then go back over your templates or your existing documents and apply that new default style that's in your preferences and put them on to other documents that you've already got. Now, the caveat here, unfortunately, is that you can't do this at an administrator level in Google Workspace. It's not possible. So we have to create a little bit of a process here that I'd highly recommend you put into your onboarding process for your staff. So when they start with the company, this is just one of the things that they go and do to make sure that they've got everything set up and they can be productive as quickly as possible. So let's dive in. Now, I've just set up basically a default template document, okay? And this one has all of my default styles in it. So I've got, title and subtitle. Then I've got some paragraph text in there. Then I've got my headings. As you can see, there's that slightly lighter color, then the darker color. And then I've got a heading 3 there as well. And just to make it interesting and for completeness, I've just written in what colors those are, whether they're uppercase, lowercase, and so forth. Ideally, that one's going to be uppercase. And I've gone through, and what I've done is I've actually set up the color. You see, just highlight the color. You set it up so you can type in the hex color if you've got it, for example, in your brand guide, and then apply that color. You increase or decrease and change your fonts, and then you select the font that is available from within the font system. So I've just gone here and gone and Open Sans normal. The one higher up, the title, I've used Open Sans bold, and you can see I can select bold in one of two ways. I can select bold from the font stack, but I can also just select bold in here. So once you've created your document and you've got everything you need to be able to see what that looks like, and you've got your layout, you're happy with your paragraph styles, then you can then dive in to setting each of those to match. So by default, you'll see that all of these will be grey. So once you've connected it, you just highlight, go to title, and then click update title to match. Okay, now just demonstrate this so that you can see this kind of nice and clearly. I'm going to make that yellow for a second, and then I'm going to highlight title, and you see how at the moment it's that dark purple. Now let's change that and click update title to match, and now if I look in here, it's going to be that kind of yellow color. And if I scroll back up a bit, you'll see it's also changed the yellow color of my title on the very first page as well. Okay, so obviously that then allows me to make those changes and apply them, and it will apply it to everything in that document as you go. So that's the first bit. So go through that, make sure you do set each of the styles as you want them to be, all the way down as far as you want to go. You can keep adding more if you want. So here's the next most important thing. I now want to set these styles as my preference, as my default styles, so that when I create a new document, this is what I have available. So the way you do that is go into Format, Paragraph Styles. Down the bottom here, you go to Options, and you click Save as my default styles. All right, so I'm just going to click on Save, and you'll get this message up top. It says, ooh, they've been saved. Now I'm going to test this. So I'm going to go open a new document, docs.new in the address bar if you didn't know that before, and just select it and then go and look at this. I've got my yellow, the heading 1, and the pinks and all the bits that I need, right? So I've straight away got my heading 2, and if I type some normal paragraph text, it's set to Open Sans at 11. So makes it really quick and easy then to create new documents to do this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to drop that one back into the bin. Don't need that anymore. We'll get rid of that. Now, if I want to then apply that to existing documents that I've got, then I can do that too. So let's go have a look at one of my templates. So all I've just done is created a new document off of that template. Let's just scroll down so we can see a little bit of variation in that content. So let's use this page here, I guess. And what I'm going to do is, you'll see that if I open these up, it's given me the settings for this particular document. Okay, so you can see the kind of the blue and the oranges. Now what I want to do is convert that over and use the defaults that are in my settings. So now what I do is I go to Format, Paragraph Styles, Options, and use my default styles. So again, what that's going to do is pull those defaults that we set on the other default document into my preferences, and now I can click Use My Default Styles. All right, there you go. So some slight odd things that have happened there, but there we go. So our title now is that yellow. We've got the purple there. Not entirely sure what's happened here, but if I select that and I go give me heading 2, there we go, that'll fix that up. And again, my text is now Open Sans 11 all the way through. And there another title and so on and so forth, okay? Those ones are just normal text that have been colored blue manually. So there might be some things that you'll have to fix up manually yourself as you go, but the principle works. Now, let's say I don't want that yellow anymore. I actually want to put that back to the way it was. So let's go back into the yellow. Let's change that to that dark color again. I'll update my title to match. And then the third and important step is Format, Paragraph Styles, Options, and Save as my default styles. So I'll click Save. Now, you'll need to reload this page. You can't just then go and apply it. It doesn't magically kind of appear in all of the documents. So what I'll do now is I've just reloaded that. As you can see, it's just kind of given me a fresh version, and I'm going to click Use My Default Styles. Then you'll see that changes over. So it makes this system and this really, really nice and quick and easy then to apply to any document in the past and into the future. All right, so the last step here is what I'm going to do is put this into our templates so that if someone wants to inherit this document and actually use the cover page and start from this kind of format, I'm going to, like I say, put it into templates. So I'm going to go New Document from Template, and that's going to open up my template gallery. I'm going to submit a new template, so I'm going to select that document. It's called Default Doc. I'll go into Recent, Default Doc, here it is. I'm going to submit the original because I've already put it, I'm going to submit the original because I've already put it into a location there. I'm just going to save it under Basics and click. So as you can see now, I've got this kind of new style and that purple. What I'd like to do also is edit one of my existing templates and bring that one into line and have it update and match. So you click on the 3 dots, you click Edit Template, and then I do exactly the same thing. Paragraph Styles, Options, Use My Default Styles, and there you go, right? It will pop these up and fix them up, make everything line up the way I'd like it to be. I don't know what happened with that background one. So let's just apply the heading 2 to it, and there we go, we are up and running. So that makes life very nice and quick, gets things sorted out nicely, and gives you consistent styling. Now, because I've just done that in my template gallery, what I'll do now is go New from Template again, and you'll start to see that this one now has my purple text at the top. It won't do images, we're just talking about the font stack. So again, there might be some things that you'll need to fix up. So what happens from here is your new user, when they get onboarded, what they'll do is they'll go File, New, they'll select the default document. And then from there, once they've loaded that default document, click on Format, Paragraph Styles, Options, and Save as my default styles, and that will create that font stack and your brand colors. Every time they create a Google document, it will look just the way you want and it will match your branding. So that is a really useful hack and a little bit of process to put in to your onboarding procedure for new users. And obviously you'll want to share a bit of that with your existing users to be able to say, look, when you start, now that we've updated this and we've got a process in place for it, you should now go and update your preferences in Google Drive to make sure they match. Thanks very much for watching. I really hope this was useful. Please like and subscribe below. Ring the little bell for regular emails about WordPress, Google Workspace, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.